Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Kotetsu here. In today's video, I have a brand new episode Q&A. So I know it's been about a month since I've done this, and some of you have probably forgot the questions that you asked me, but I'm going to read off the questions that you guys asked me last week right now. Alright, so the first question was asked by Andrew McDonald, and he says, as a fellow American, what are your thoughts on the candidates for president, and who would you like to win? And that's kind of a hard question because I really don't like any of the candidates, whether they are Democratic or Republican, so I have to say I don't really know who I'd choose. But even though it does matter, it doesn't really apply a lot to me because whoever it is, it's not really going to make things any better here in America, so I don't know. Ascendant Stunting asks, Q&A, have you ever thought about starting to stunt again on the Xbox One? And the reason why I don't stunt on the Xbox One that much is because most of the old Xbox One players like Raceful Ninja, Data 9x9, like Obrox, like those guys from Evolve, and also people from Cryptic too, like they all moved from the Xbox One to the PC, so the people who used to play on Xbox One aren't really on Xbox One anymore. So I think like the reason why I don't really play GTA 5 on Xbox One is because of the lack of people I would have to play with compared to the PS4 or the PC, so that's why. Daniel Gaming YT asked, hey Kotetsu, I have a question. Maybe I'm getting a PS4 for Christmas. Would you advise me to still buy an Elgato because I can record with the Rockstar editor and then edit with the music? Should I then still buy an Elgato? Thanks. And a lot of people think they can just get by with the share option on PS4 and Xbox One, but that is actually not true. The Elgato is very useful because on PS4 and Xbox One, like the maximum amount of time you can record is 15 to 20 minutes, so if you're going to want to record any kind of video that's going to take longer than 15 or 20 minutes, or you want to add like an external face cam and be able to access your computers easier, like access your game files easier on the PC, I would have to say that the Elgato really does help in a lot of ways that a lot of people don't really think of when they make the decision whether to buy one or not. So my overall recommendation is to buy one. Gaming Potato asks, Q&A, will you ever move your room furniture? By the way, how many girls have been on your bed? And to answer your first question, I will never move my room furniture because you guys can't really see my entire room from this angle, but pretty much my desk and my bed pretty much takes up my entire room because my room's not that big. It's actually pretty small compared to most people's rooms, so I barely have any space to move around in here really, so there's no way I could really reorganize anything without like screwing up the setup of my room. And the latter question, guess. Just Another Dude asks, Q&A, who's your favorite Optic member? Now, I have to say, like, the guys in Optic, like, their vlogs aren't very interesting, and, like, their videos aren't very interesting, but I would have to say Optic Midnight, one of the female members of Optic, does upload pretty good videos, and she also streams more than anyone else in Optic, and she's more active on Twitter, so I would have to say her. King Juan asked, favorite sports team? Now, I don't really have a favorite sports team in specific, but the sports I do like are basketball and water polo. They're very similar, except one's in the water, one's on land, and I like watching basketball in the game, but I don't necessarily play it since I'm 5'9", and I'm gonna look up right now how much that is in centimeters to you guys in Europe. So I just looked that up for you guys, and 5'9" inches is about 175 centimeters, so that's how tall I am. And it's also because the reason why I play water polo instead of basketball is I just like it more. Like, I played both sports, but I tend to enjoy water polo more. I just think it's more fun. Like, not, like, besides any sort of advantage thing, so that's, like, sort of my answer to that question. Max Laser Gamer asks, Q&A, would you rather have to fist Fishy Dizzle or give Red Scarce a blowjob? I'm gonna skip this question. Press Play YT asks, Q&A, do you have a fancy PC to play GTA 5 or a fairly new one? Okay. Now, the one I have is, like, probably more on the fancy side, I'd say. Not, like, the best you can get, but sort of high-end, kind of. Sorry if you guys can hear a dog in the background. That's my neighbor's dog. I can't really control that. And what I would say is my old PC, the one with the AMD FX 6300, played GTA 5 on low settings, but I think if you bought maybe a $900 PC with at least a 2GB graphics card and at least 8GB of RAM, I think that PC would be capable of running on medium settings at a decent frame rate, so I hope that answers your question well enough. Quite Smiles asks, Q&A, do you think I have the skill to join a team? And looking at your profile picture, it looks like you've already joined Squad Stunting, but you probably asked that before you joined, so I'm not going to say that, but if you're talking about joining another team, it just really depends on what you're doing, if you're like editing or stunting or designing, and how good you do it, and that's pretty much all that matters. RDG Games asked, Q&A, will you still be playing on GTA 5 on PS4 when you get your PC? And now, this question was asked before I got my PC, so it's obviously not like a newer question, but I'll be on PS4 sometimes, but just not as much. The Russian Zombie asked, Q&A, if you could have any GTA 5 stunting physic in Just Cause 3, what would it be? And now, the reason why I don't play Just Cause 3 really that much is because the physics are extremely lacking. I know some people like it, but I really don't like the physics in that game. I think they're really hard to deal with. And it's sort of frustrating since, like, all the car stunts since day one have pretty much been taken. With, like, the first Just Cause 3 Cryptic Stunting Teamtage and the Evolve Stunting JC3 Teamtage, I just feel like those two Teamtages have taken up most of the car spots. And the biggest flaw this game has is as terrible motorcycle physics, so you can't really do motorcycle stunts in this game because the physics just don't work. And there's still a limited amount of wingsuit spots, not really that many, so this game, because of the physics are so lacking, it sort of took away all the spots in 2 months within the game's release. So it's really bad if a game has all its spot taken away in like a time period of 2 months, if you know what I mean. And that was it for the questions on this week's episode Q&A. If you want a chance to have your question featured in the next episode Q&A, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below, since I will be reading all of the questions you guys send me and will be picking the best ones to feature in my next video. Alright, now if you guys enjoyed this video at any point in time, make sure to drop a like on the video, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel for daily GTA 5 content. And until next time, this is Kotetsu here. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Kotetsu out.